have a lot of friends in different parts of the United States, and their churches are operating at either full capacity or even at 50%. Why are things so different in Canada, and should we be concerned?
Well, I'm always concerned. I'm concerned about where the church is heading. I'm concerned about how the church will deal with the aftermath of this. And most of all, Nathan, your husband who's here, and I, we talk about this quite often. We're believing God. We are seeing God in this situation. But we see that there's all kinds of difficulty. Was it Theo who asked this?
Theo, yes.
First of all, there are different jurisdictions. Every state in the United States is different. You know, the governors are different. We have our provinces, they differ. Although I would say in Canada, we have very little, just nuanced differences. And so I can understand your frustration, Theo, and many with you feel it. There are many things we are frustrated about. You know, we were in a court case, and our lawyers were able to cross-examine the medical experts that are in this province. And I must say, it wasn't very satisfactory. Their knowledge was not nearly what you could have expected from an expert. I always say, an expert without scientific evidence is just another person with an opinion. And so there are many issues here. Bad reporting. We hear about people in ICU, and of course, everyone who's lost a loved one, everyone in ICU need our prayers and our support and our faith and encouragement. But I've never seen anybody ever say, how many ICU beds are there? We just hear these numbers, and they are not in the context. And so what I advise is, I think I advised to someone, was it yesterday on our program, in a similar question, is maintain your rights. And we have found here, in our situation here in Toronto, that there have been 3, lockdowns, stay-at-home orders. In the first one, church was not allowed. In the second 2, church has been allowed to operate much like a box store, to be open with a certain percentage capacity, and we follow all the rules. And the people from the legal community are telling us that that is the result of our court case. And so we stood our ground. We haven't done anything illegal, but we certainly have done everything within the law that we could do. Nathan, you were in this with me, and we were in the trenches like comrades in arms. Anything you can add to that?
I echo it, and it's, again, we didn't recreate a rule. The church in the Constitution is an essential service, and so we argued on those grounds, and that was it.
And equality. And so I say to you, Theo, find a church that is not taking an opportunity to do nothing, but is taking the opportunity to move forward. That would be my advice. You have another question for me,
I
Megan?
do. We're going to go in a different direction here. But this is from Maria.
Yeah.
Should Christians refrain from cremation with the coming resurrection of our earthly bodies?
My. You're asking my opinion, Maria, so I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm not claiming that this is a mandate from the Bible. I'm not claiming that this is what you must do. I know that there are financial considerations. Cremation is much less money involved than a more traditional burial. My feeling is, you're asking for my feeling, but whatever way you want to do it, I believe God's grace is with you, and I don't think the resurrection of the body depends on whether someone was cremated or not. God can figure out how to get it all put together. But personally, my preference is to follow my Judeo-Christian tradition, which is the traditional burial, not cremation. And that has been traditionally associated with the Jewish faith, with the Christian faith, and also with other faiths. So that is my preference. But I understand all the arguments. Some would say, well, those bones, and now they deteriorate in X number of times. I understand all the arguments, but you asked for my opinion, and you got it.